The Black poverty rate is 20.8%, more than double the rate for white Americans. When we place home ownership side by side, the gap is nearly 30 points. These parallel tracks show the double unemployment rule, where Black unemployment remains twice as high as the national baseline. Disparities have remained static, even in major cities overseen by highly aligned political leadership for decades. Expecting economic liberation from the same system that consolidates power through these disparities is a strategic contradiction. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for this special edition of Learn and Invest with Gabriel B. Ajak. Today is April 10th, 2026. I am your lead host, Mira Astros. In this video, we break down Gabriel B. Ajak's comprehensive case study, The Enemy of Black Prosperity. In the 2020 presidential election, 92% of Black voters cast their ballots for the Democratic candidate. Over the past 40 years, that number has rarely dipped below 85%. Yet today, the median Black household wealth sits at just $44,100, compared to $284,300 for white households. High political loyalty has coincided with a stagnant economic reality. This timeline tracks the last 4 decades of American politics. While the top line shows a consistent 90% voting bloc for one party, the bottom line shows the racial wealth gap remaining essentially unchanged at 85%. The addition of homeownership data shows the rate stalling at 46.3%. This constituency has supported the same political party for 60 years without enforcing a demand for measurable macroeconomic progress. Gabriel B. Ajak's case study argues that this economic stagnation is an intentional product of the American political structure. Wealthy communities are politically independent, so the system optimizes for the management of poverty to maintain a captive voter base. To understand the mechanics of the system, we have to look at the current baseline. According to the Census Bureau, the Black poverty rate stands at 20.8%. That is more than double the 9.8% poverty rate recorded for white Americans. When we place the home ownership rates side by side, the gap is nearly 30 percentage points. Because home equity is the primary vehicle for middle-class wealth in the U.S., this disparity represents a massive deficit in intergenerational capital. These parallel tracks show the double unemployment role. For 40 years, regardless of the overall health of the economy, Black unemployment has consistently remained twice as high as the national baseline. These baseline economic disparities have remained static for multiple generations. They have persisted even in major cities that have been overseen by highly aligned political leadership for decades. The structural incentives of the current political apparatus favor the continuation of this dependence. Expecting economic liberation from the exact same system that consolidates power through these disparities is a strategic contradiction. Ajak identifies this arrangement as the modern plantation model. Unlike historical systems of direct physical coercion, this model operates through the creation of psychological dependency. The primary mechanism is the systematic promotion of racial victimhood. By encouraging the community to view its primary identity as one of oppression, the system positions political loyalty as a tool for survival rather than for economic expansion. This loop explains how economic pain is converted into political capital. It begins with threat narratives that lead to immediate voter consolidation. Once that loyalty is secured, the result is consistent policy neglect. Worsening outcomes do not disrupt the cycle, they amplify it. Widespread economic distress provides the raw material needed to validate the original threat narrative, ensuring the captivity remains reliable for the next election. This framework actively discourages the pursuit of independent wealth. Ajak argues that the Democratic Party does not want an economically sovereign Black America, because wealthy communities are politically independent. The information discussed in this video is strictly for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional advice. The current system is achieving its primary objective. It is succeeding at the professional management of poverty to sustain its own political necessity. Ajak defines the first step toward sovereignty as a strategic political divorce. This is a tactical withdrawal of default loyalty designed to force the political market to compete for support through measurable results. 60 years of unquestioning loyalty has removed the incentive for any party to deliver. When a voting bloc is guaranteed, regardless of outcomes, political leaders have no reason to prioritize that bloc's economic needs. The new standard is accountability, increasing homeownership rates, securing capital for small businesses, and improving local education quality. Learn and Invest is a listener and reader-supported podcast. To receive new episodes and support our work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber. Have feedback? Please email us at gabriel.ajak@hotmail.com and include the title of this series in the subject line. Political loyalty given without accountability is not a relationship. It is a form of captivity that ensures the community remains in the same economic position year after year. The second imperative focuses on the internal foundation. Rebuilding the nuclear family is the foundational requirement for long-term wealth accumulation. The statistics show a steep drop in household stability. In 1960, 61% of Black Americans were married. By 2023, that figure had fallen to 31%, the lowest marriage rate among any major racial group in the country. There is a mathematical correlation between this decline and the stagnant $44,100 median household wealth. As the family structure has fragmented, the ability to pool and compound capital has been severely diminished. Compound interest and intergenerational wealth are built through dual income structures. A stable family allows for the concentration of assets, the lowering of debt, and the consistent pursuit of long-term investments. Family reconstruction is the ultimate economic defense mechanism. It creates a sovereign environment where children are raised with the expectation of ownership rather than the framework of grievance. The third imperative is a cultural redefinition. Black identity must be disentangled from the narratives manufactured by the political and media establishments. Currently, the culture is organized around entertainment, athletics, and the experience of oppression. While these provide visibility, they do not provide equity. Industries like record labels and sports franchises function on an extraction model. They monetize Black talent and prime earning years, while the structural ownership remains entirely outside of the community. Sovereignty requires shifting cultural aspirations toward the boardroom and the property portfolio. A community focused on performance will remain objects of consumption. A community focused on ownership becomes architects of power. This redefinition prioritizes problem-solving over problem experiencing. It celebrates the builders and the owners with the same intensity previously reserved for entertainers and athletes. To move from political dependency to economic power, Ajak outlines 5 actionable responses that any family can begin today. The first foundational pillars are political diversification and family defense. These stop the extraction of votes without accountability and begin the internal accumulation of capital. We then build the infrastructure of ownership. This means utilizing specific financial tools, municipal bonds for tax-free income, SBA acquisition loans to buy existing businesses, and trust structures to protect assets across generations. The final step is the psychological shift. It is the decision to stop identifying as someone who experiences a problem and start identifying as someone who must engineer a solution. These wealth-building tools are available at every income level. They do not require systemic permission. They only require the disciplined execution of the blueprint. Applying this framework requires the immediate termination of the old exchange, where automatic political loyalty was traded for empty cultural validation. True liberation occurs when the dependency of the old system is replaced by the solid foundation of asset ownership. From this point forward, the only metrics that matter are household wealth, family stability, and the acquisition of tangible capital. Real power moves in silence. It does not perform for the crowd or seek permission from the party that built the cage. It builds while others are watching the stage. Before we conclude, we want to leave you with 3 questions to reflect on. 1. Look at your own career and financial trajectory. Are your actions currently optimized for performance and validation, or for equity and ownership? 2. How can you leverage current economic disruptions and capital markets to transition your family from systemic dependency to absolute financial sovereignty? 3. In what areas of your life are you accepting a narrative of victimhood, and what specific actionable steps can you take today to engineer a solution instead? The political systems that profit from economic disparity will never voluntarily dismantle it. True liberation requires a rejection of the dependency narrative. By prioritizing family reconstruction, cultural redefinition, and aggressive financial literacy, we transition from captive voters to independent architects of intergenerational wealth. Thank you for sharing your most valuable asset with us today, your time. As always, learn and invest.